What if I told you two of Japan's automotive titans, Honda and Nissan, are considering a merger, and that Mitsubishi could be along for the ride? According to reports from Nikkei, Reuters, and the Autopian, Honda and Nissan are in talks to create a single holding company that could reshape the global automotive landscape. Yeah, automotive juggernauts, unite! Except, instead of saving the planet, they're trying to save themselves from Tesla and China's impending EV domination. And to celebrate, we're officially getting the Prelude next fall. Not really, that's just a coincidence, but the Prelude is really coming. But why merge? And why right now? Also, what does it mean for you? And could this shakeup bring us some truly epic cars? Let's talk this through. To truly understand how big this is, let's rewind a bit. Honda and Nissan have been fierce rivals for decades. Remember the cars of the 80s and 90s? Honda gave us the Civic, the Accord, and the legendary NSX, while Nissan fired back with the Sentra, Altima, and the iconic Z, not to mention the almighty Skyline GTR. These two Japanese brands were constantly pushing each other to innovate, but in recent years, things have changed. Nissan is feeling the heat and facing a major sales slump globally, and Honda is desperately looking for ways to continue to grow and expand, and not just in the EV market. The automotive industry is changing, and to address some of the challenges, these rivals could be joining forces. For Honda, a tie-up with Nissan opens new avenues to bolster their electrification strategy and broaden their global footprint. While Honda has previously pursued EV collaboration with General Motors, tapping into GM's Ultium platform, it's no secret that fully realizing these ambitions has proven more complex than anticipated. That's a nice way of saying Honda and GM broke up. Merging with Nissan could give Honda direct access to a brand that's been producing mainstream EVs, like the Leaf, for over a decade. That's tangible in-house electric know-how at the ready. Rather than forging fresh alliances and reinventing the wheel, Honda could slot Nissan's established EV architecture and battery expertise right into their lineup. Furthermore, Honda would gain a foothold in parts of the market Nissan already touches, from commercial trucks and vans to heavy equipment. Maybe we'll see a Honda-branded forklift, I don't know. Honda would scoop up not just Nissan's electrification chops, but also the industry segments they're less familiar with, adding another dimension to their offerings and making them a more resilient one-stop mobility powerhouse. Nissan, on the other hand, is on shaky ground. Sales have fallen off big time. We're talking profits down 85% in the second quarter of this year, and the brand is scrambling for answers. The Infiniti division, once pitched as Nissan's premium arrow in the company's quiver, has been so overshadowed by the competition that the company's now looking at shrinking it into a sub-brand within Nissan dealerships. Not a great look. So what does a merger bring to the table? Well, cash flow for starters. Honda's financial stability and global clout would provide a much-needed transfusion of funds, allowing Nissan some breathing room to regroup and refocus. More importantly, it gives Nissan access to Honda's engineering prowess and manufacturing excellence, the kind of wizardry that built Honda's reputation for bulletproof reliability in the first place. Incorporating Honda's quality standards into Nissan's operations could help restore consumer confidence and stem the tide of red ink. In short, for Nissan, a partnership isn't just a lifeline, it's a chance to reboot, restock the talent pipeline with seasoned pros, and reimagine the brand for the future, this time with a sturdier foundation. So why now? Well, competition in the EV world is kinda brutal. Tesla is leading the charge, and Chinese manufacturers like BYD are flooding the market with affordable EVs that are winning over buyers worldwide. Back in March, Honda and Nissan formed an alliance to collaborate on EV products moving forward. But with recent political developments that have led to the possibility of harsher import tariffs, Honda's a little nervous here. Then there's Nissan, which has been in survival mode lately. Sales in the US have dropped over 25% in the last decade, and Infiniti, it's down a whopping 45%. Nissan's CEO warned they've got just 12 to 14 months to turn things around. Meanwhile, Honda is holding steady, posting solid numbers with an 8.8% sales bump in 2024. They've been aggressive in their EV and hybrid development, but even Honda knows that going it alone in this market is risky. But there's another layer to the why now question that's been emerging. Rumor has it that tech giant Foxconn, known for building our smartphones, might be looking to flex its manufacturing muscles in the EV world, and they've reportedly had an eye on Nissan. If Foxconn were to scoop up Nissan's shares and gain influence, that could mean more than just another competitor. It could turn Nissan into a global EV assembly line for a tech powerhouse with deep pockets and zero attachment to the brand's storied legacy. For Honda, merging with Nissan now isn't just about scale, it's a defensive play to keep valuable automotive know-how out of the hands of a company that could quickly crank out cars like iPhones. The threat of a Foxconn-backed infiltration may have accelerated these talks, pushing Honda and Nissan to join forces before someone else takes the wheel. In other words, it's not just about beating Tesla and BYD, it's also about attempting to prevent an outside giant from rewriting the rulebook entirely. So what happens if they merge? Well, imagine this. Honda's engineering brilliance paired with Nissan's tech and design, plus some of the manufacturing might of Mitsubishi. Acura stays the luxury player, Infiniti gets a much-needed reboot, and Mitsubishi might finally return as a relevant automaker outside of the Outlander.
I beg your pardon?
For clarification, Nissan holds 24% of shares in Mitsubishi Motors, so you buy Nissan, you kinda get Mitsubishi too. It could also mean platform sharing and cost cutting, leading to more competitive vehicles and hopefully some jaw-dropping cars for us enthusiasts. This merger raises some serious questions. What happens to cars like the Civic Type R and the Nissan Z? Could we see a Z car with Type R inspired tech, or a GTR successor powered by Honda engineering? On the flip side, mergers often lead to cuts. If Nissan Z or Honda's Type R models don't fit the new strategy, they could face the chopping block. That's a future no enthusiast wants to see. Where this merger really shines is in the EV game. Nissan's Ariya is solid but hugely overshadowed, while Honda's EVs, like the adorable Honda E, are still niche players at best. But imagine the possibilities. A Honda-Nissan EV supercar to challenge Tesla's Roadster? Or a budget-friendly electric SUV that goes toe-to-toe with BYD? Anything is possible. Of course, not all mergers work out. Just ask Daimler Chrysler or Saab GM. Merging two massive companies brings challenges. Corporate culture clashes, redundancies, and overlapping product lines have to get figured out. Will Honda's precision-crafted performance identity mesh with Nissan's mass-market approach? And where does Mitsubishi really fit into all of this? If these pieces don't align, the entire thing could implode. This merger would completely shift Japan's auto industry. Right now, Toyota reigns supreme, holding stakes in Subaru and Mazda. But a Honda-Nissan-Mitsubishi alliance? That's a serious challenger.
What about me?
It sort of reminds me of how back in the day in the US, there were like 30 different companies, and now there are still a bunch of brands, but they're all under just 3 roofs. So now it's your turn. What do you think about all this? Is it a game-changing move that could shake up the industry, or will it crash and burn like others before it? And sound off in the comments. Would you rather see a GTR with Type R tech, a new Prelude Z mashup, or something entirely new? Let us know down below. Is this the ultimate team-up the car world needs, or are we looking at a high-stakes gamble? Drop your thoughts below, smash that subscribe button, and stay tuned for more. My name's Trav, thanks for watching, I'll see you all next week.